In the glittering halls of Westminster Abbey, where history whispers through ancient stones, one might expect a touch of solemnity, a carol service that honours quiet charity and communal warmth. But no, not under the watchful eye of Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her ever-ambitious consort, Prince William. On December 5th, 2025, their fifth annual Together at Christmas extravaganza will unfold, this time laced with the unmistakable sheen of Tinseltown desperation. Enter Kate Winslet, the Titanic siren herself, alongside Hannah Waddingham of Ted Lasso fame and Chiwetel Ejiofor, all slated for readings and performances under the guise of celebrating love in all its forms. It's a lineup that screams less humble festivity and more please notice us, Hollywood. One can't help but wonder, how many more A-listers must the Waleses summon before they confront the mirror of their own mediocrity? This isn't mere holiday cheer. It's the latest chapter in a saga of unfathomable obsession. William and Catherine, let's dispense with the tiresome Kates and Wills that infantilize them further, have long nursed a fixation on the silver screen's allure, a craving that borders on the pathological. From red carpet schmoozes to whispered crushes on Tom Cruise, their courtly lives pulse with an envy so palpable it could curdle the Abbey's mulled wine. And yet, in a twist of irony so thick it rivals a Dickensian plot, they've spent years sicking their media lapdogs on Meghan Sussex, branding her the interloper who dragged royalty into the vulgar maw of celebrity culture. Hypocrisy? Darling, it's their lifeblood. Picture this. A young Catherine, pre-coronet, swooning over Top Gun's daredevil charmer, her diary pages doubtless fluttering with adolescent doodles of leather jackets and fighter jets. Fast forward to their 2011 BAFTA gala in Los Angeles, where the then Duke and Duchess of Cambridge preened amid a sea of Hollywood royalty, outshining, or so they hoped, the very stars they idolized. Reese Witherspoon, that southern belle of Big Little Lies, confessed to an instant infatuation with Catherine upon meeting her, gushing about the princess's effortless poise. Flattering perhaps, but let's not kid ourselves. It's the Waleses who have always been the starstruck ones, chasing validation from an industry that views them as quaint relics at best, exploitable props at worst. Their roster of friends reads like a casting call for a royal reboot. Tom Cruise, ever the eternal Boy Scout, hobnobbing at polo matches, Joss Stone crooning at their weddings, Ellie Goulding belting anthems at their garden parties. And don't get me started on the Earthshot Prize galas, William's eco-warrior vanity project, where celebrities are dangled like carrots to boost attendance, because nothing says saving the planet like a selfie with Orlando Bloom. It's a carousel of contrived camaraderie, each encounter engineered to sprinkle fairy dust on their increasingly threadbare public image. Sad? It's tragicomedy, a pair of Windsor heirs reduced to groupies in crowns. But the real rot festers in their relentless mimicry of Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex, that golden couple they've spent half a decade demonising while pilfering their playbook wholesale. Remember the Sussexes' 2018 Invictus Games in Sydney? A masterclass in modern monarchy, vibrant, inclusive, laced with genuine star power from the likes of Elton John and their own unscripted charm. Harry and Meghan didn't beg for celebrity. It gravitated to them, drawn by authenticity in a family long pickled in pomp. Fast forward to William and Catherine's 2021 Earthshot Awards in London, and what do we see? A carbon copy spectacle of glitz and goodwill, complete with A-list cameos and eco-rhetoric that echoed Sussex sustainability initiatives they'd previously dismissed as, woke nonsense. Copying, it's plagiarism of the soul. The fashion filching is almost too on the nose. Meghan Sussex, with her California cool and tailored edge, redefined royal dressing sleek trouser suits in neutral palettes, power shoulders that whispered feminist icon rather than fainting violet. Enter Catherine, circa 2025, trading her jewel-toned frocks for suspiciously similar suiting ensembles. Wide-leg pants, minimalist blazers, the works. Royal fashion whisperers are already buzzing. Is this evolution or emulation? One stylist, in a rare moment of candour, hinted at palace panic, with Catherine's wardrobe overhaul smelling of strategic Sussex stalking. And the photography? Oh, the photography. William and Catherine's 10th anniversary portraits in 2021, candid, windswept, intimately framed, were blatant riffs on Harry and Meghan's own relaxed reveals, down to the blurred backgrounds and knowing glances. It's as if their Kensington flax raided the Sussex scrapbook, Xeroxed it, and called it innovation. This isn't admiration, it's an unfathomable infestation, a parasitic need to siphon the Sussexes' vitality while poisoning the well from which it flows. For years, the royal mouthpieces, those tabloid trolls and palace plants, pummeled Meghan Sussex as the Hollywood harpy, the actress turned upstart, who lowered the firm with her showbiz baggage. Columns dripped with venom. She was too tactile, too tanned, too American, dragging Harry into a vortex of vulgarity. Yet here are William and Catherine, not just dipping toes, but diving headlong into the pool they decried. Their Christmas concert, with its parade of performers, is Exhibit A, a charity event gussied up as a variety show mirroring the Sussexes' own star-infused fundraisers that once drew sneers of overproduced. The theme? Love in all its forms. How quaint, unless you're the ones who've spent years fracturing familial bonds over petty jealousies. Delve deeper, and the contradictions compound. William, the self-proclaimed mental health crusader, courts celebrities for his Heads Together campaign, yet turned a blind eye when his brother's Invictus efforts spotlighted the same issues with far more global punch. Catherine, the early years advocate, now sprinkles her initiatives with showbiz sparkle, but only after Meghan's Archewell archetypes proved the power of personal storytelling over stiff lectures. Even their relaxed public style, those informal Earthshot clips and anniversary snaps, apes the Sussexes' pivot to relatability, a move the Waleses once mocked as unroyal. It's a game of follow the leader, where the leaders are forever trailing, their every step a clumsy echo. And for what? Relevance in a world that yawns at coronets. The Wales' Hollywood hunger stems from a void no sceptre can fill, the terror of obsolescence. Harry and Meghan Sussex fled the gilded cage not to chase fame, but to forge purpose. Podcasts, documentaries, ventures that blend vulnerability with vision. Their celebrity ties, organic, earned through empathy, not entitlement. Tyler Perry, Serena Williams, Oprah allies who see in them mirrors of resilience, not stepping stones to selfies. Contrast that with William and Catherine's frantic fumbling. Their overtures reek of calculation, each Winslet whisper or Ejiofor endorsement a bid to reclaim the spotlight Meghan vacated. But Hollywood, that fickle fox, sniffs the insecurity. Stars flock to authenticity, not affectation, to disruptors, not derivatives. The Wales' obsession isn't aspirational, it's abject. A sad spectacle of souls adrift in their own privilege, latching onto luminaries like life rafts in a storm they themselves conjured. This Christmas, as the Abbey choir swells and the cameras flash, spare a thought for the 1,600 guests, handpicked for their inspirational stories, no doubt, but ultimately backdrop to a royal redemption arc. William and Catherine will beam, basking in borrowed glow while the true irony unfolds. Their greatest surprise isn't the Hollywood lineup, but the revelation of their own hollowness. They've copied the Sussexes' script, but forgotten the spark, the unapologetic humanity that made it sing. In chasing shadows of stardom, they've eclipsed only themselves. It's time for a reckoning, not with Meghan Sussex, that resilient trailblazer who's built an empire from exile, but with the mirrors in Kensington Palace. William, Catherine, your obsession isn't flattering, it's fatal. Ditch the dazzle, drop the delusions, and perhaps, just perhaps, you'll find a light that doesn't flicker with someone else's flame. Until then, this holiday charade remains what it is, a carol of counterfeit cheer, sung by choristers who can't quite hit the high notes.